This is your boy DJ Leon D, and on this channel we talk about travel, money, and lots of cooking. Three things I know quite a bit about. I'm not an expert at anything. Nope, not an expert. I just been around a long time and know a lot. Let's get it on. This is your boy DJ Leon D. Let me tell you about something that you need to know about. What you need to know about is the best food in Central America and South America and the Caribbean. I'm going to tell you got the best food. So don't be surprised when I tell you got the best food at the end of this video. Now, I cruise a lot. Been to Alaska. That cruise was 2 weeks. Went over to Central and South America. That cruise was 2 weeks. I done the river cruise in Europe and lived around the world. So I'm pretty knowledgeable about the world and foods and stuff. But we're going to focus on this part of the world. And this may surprise you. Went to Panama, loved the food. Didn't get a lot of experience to eat the food there because my cruise ship didn't stay there very long for me to go ahead and eat the food more than once or twice. And one of them was in like a 7-Eleven or a Sheetz or a Buc-ee's. I didn't really enjoy that. Then I decided to go to Cologne, Panama. Yeah, that place ain't known for food. It's a cruise port that's known for a lot of things. Well, not really a lot of things. But what they're known for, like the slops and other stuff. But it's just not known for food. Then that was Costa Rica. Limon. Food's all right, but ain't nothing you gonna write home about though, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be one of those kind of places and stuff. But then you go from there to Colombia. Colombia is totally different. Great food everywhere you go. Now, I'm going to caveat this by saying that the places I went to were all tourist traps. They're tourist traps because they're going to charge you a lot and they're going to charge you in dollars, and it's definitely not worth the value in dollars. That changes your whole attitude when you translate it to dollars. Do not do that. You go into Starbucks, they charge you for hot chocolate, $5. Don't complain. Don't compare it to the States. Because in the States, they're going to charge you $5.50 for the same hot chocolate. So do not do that because that will warp your sense of value. I'm going to tell you right now, because you know to build at Starbucks did not cost what it would cost in the States, and you know to build at Starbucks, the salaries that they're paying those people working there are not what they're paying people in the States where some are unionized. Yeah, so don't go there thinking that's normal. It's not. They are tourist traps. They're in tourist areas. They're going to charge you a lot compared to what a local person who lives there would pay. And I'm going to tell you how I know that for a fact. I'm going to tell you a little bit later about that. But, so Colombia, the food is great. Then we went over to Aruba. Aruba is only a couple hours ride away. But if you go on a cruise ship, they make it an entire day. Yes, they do. Aruba had great food. And one of the restaurants down there, the Dutchman's Cafe, is one of the most famous restaurants in all the Caribbean and one of the most busiest ones in all of the Caribbean. Because people tell me, now I ate at a place right next to the Dutch Cafe for dinner and it was not crowded at all. There was nobody there. And then I read reviews about it could be a 6-hour wait. And then people told me that it was a 6-hour wait. And the place I ate at had good food, great food, right next to the Dutchman's Cafe. And they told me, they said, hey, they get the morning crowd, afternoon crowd, we get the evening crowd. So I said, okay, we can make it work. So the funny thing about all this is that I was videotaping all this, and on the videos you'll see me walking around through this little mall and stuff, and, getting good shots and stuff. But what the thing that was most funny is that every price in Aruba, wherever you go, it's $1. I mean, it's in dollars, and it's not a 1-to-1 ratio. But every place next to a cruise port and every place I've ever been to in my life is way overpriced. So in Aruba, like Colombia, I just walked around and went where the locals go. And I said, I'm going to eat and do things where the locals do them at. And the price is like a third of what you're going to pay near the cruise port. The price is a third. It's no half. It's less than a half, because that's where the locals go. And I know the locals aren't paying, $5 for hot chocolate at Starbucks. No. The locals are only paying like $1.35. They're not paying what you're gonna pay. And Aruba was the exact same way, because we had a great meal in Aruba. Enjoyed the meal. Everything is perfect. And I paid like $60. Well, I asked the guy in Aruba how much you make per hour, and he's making like $4 an hour. So I already knew that I was being, charged way more than what it was worth, because he's making $4 an hour, and I knew that he was one of the well-paid guys there. But the cost of living in Aruba is not very high compared to the States. It might be 70% of it, maybe half, but I knew it's not very high. So that's the thing you got to think about when you go to these places and stuff. The Cayman Islands, this guy told me, he said, the only people here are the people who are working like me and the billionaires. They come here to hide their money. That was the Cayman Islands. But he had such a negative attitude, I think because he was not one of the billionaires. I'm like, you're in a pretty, you live in a pretty country, great weather. What are you complaining about? But he just wanted everybody to know that I don't make what they make. Okay, neither do I. But I survive and I make it work. So that was his attitude on everything. It's almost like it was remorse. But your government set it up so that people with billions of dollars can come here and live here and hide their money for pennies on a dollar. That's your government, not me. If you're not one of the billionaires, leave. But you're born and raised here, so you can't leave. But he has such an attitude, and I was like, dude, get over it. We all want to be billionaires. And he was like, the price of gas is like $6 a gallon or $5.50 a gallon, and we got these Saudis sheiks that live here. Okay, that's how it works. Your government set a policy that everybody take advantage of, but you. I'm sure your government has the policy saying that you can leave. So, saying that, when you look at the food, in the Caribbean, I looked at a lot of different foods, ate at a lot of different places, and most of it is not a big variation, but I think the best food I had was in Aruba. That's the tastiest food. But if you ask me the best value for the dollar, by far is Panama or Colombia. Colombia, they make and pay about half of what we make and pay about half what we pay in rent and pay in utilities and pay in food. Yeah, Colombia. Because it's just a place that now, like I said, you can go to Curacao, you can go to St. Martin and all of them, and Dominica. Some of those places the food is just average, but they charge you a lot for it because you are a tourist. Now, if you go there and you stay there and you live there, I'm sure it's a whole different ball game. And so what I did was that I ate off the beaten track. That's what I did because I wanted to eat where the locals ate, taste what they taste, and there are a lot of good foods. And the reason that I like Colombian food a lot and Panama City food a lot because the quality of the food and the amount you get for the price you get. You just cannot beat those. Those is what to me was the game changer. Because I was like, this food is great. Carousel, St. Martin, the food was great there too. The food was great. But there's one thing about the Caribbean you got to get over. Don't expect service like in America. Those people are slow as hell. I mean, super slow. You order your food at 8 o'clock, you might get it by 9 o'clock. Not in Aruba. You had it in about 20 minutes, which is, way better than what I expected. But you go other places, like Panama, they're going to bring your food out to you. The question is, are you still there when they bring it out? But I got over that. It's not like the States where they're trying to turn tables every 15, 20 minutes. And, you go to a sit-down restaurant, their goal is to turn the table over in 45 minutes. It's not for you to sit there and talk, laugh, giggle, and enjoy your friends. That's not their goal. Their goal is in the States to get you in, get you out, and hopefully you had a good meal, you got fed, and you left a good tip. These places aren't like that at all. You go in there, you sit down, and you order a beer. You will have your beer in about 5 minutes, which isn't bad. You're going to have your drink quick. The food, you just hope you have it before you finish your 5th drink because you're not going to have it when you finish your first 2 drinks. So don't go in there thinking that's normal or you're going to be upset about it. Just don't think that because then you get yourself all worried up. You get yourself wondering, am I going to eat? My advice to any Americans that goes there, if you want to know if you're going to eat and you're in a rush, matter of fact, you go to a fast food joint and your food don't come fast. So do not go there thinking that it's normal that your food don't come fast. That is the exception if it don't come fast. If it doesn't come at all, that's normal. Yeah, what's normal to them is not normal to you. And they're not working for tips. So they're not there to impress you. Not at all. So don't worry if they don't impress you with how fast they are, because they're not going to be fast. No. And a lot of times they got one cook cooking for the entire restaurant. Now, the cook is going to do a good job. Your food's going to be good. Ain't no bad food coming out of there. You just hope some food is coming out of there because it ain't going to be fast. It's going to be tasty. But when you go out to eat in the Caribbean, it is an all-day thing. I'm talking all day. So don't think you're going to roll in there at 5 o'clock and be done by 6. You might be done drinking, but you ain't had your food yet. That's just how it works in the Caribbean. And so that part never bothered me because I got used to it. And anybody who goes to these foreign countries like I do, you got to do your homework. If you don't do your homework, you're going to get worked over. You're going to get worked up over nothing. Do your homework. It will tell you what to expect, how to expect, and when to expect it. And once you know that and you accept that, perfect example. I want to eat at 6:30. Not a problem anywhere in the world. In the Caribbean, you want to eat at 6:30, go there at 5 o'clock. But don't go there at 6:15 thinking you're going to eat at 6:30. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And some people do that and they get their feelings hurt. That's not how it works. You say, hey, honey, what time you want to eat? 7 o'clock. Well, let's get there at 5:15. By the time you get your food, 7 o'clock. It is 7 o'clock. So that shouldn't surprise you. That shouldn't piss you off. But some people go in there thinking like they're in America. I'm going to eat. It's going to take 5 minutes. I'm done. No. And then people in there, when they eat, they talk, they discuss things. They really enjoy their meal. So you might be in there from 5 o'clock, waiting on a 7 o'clock meal, 5:30 at the latest, and you may not get done till 9 o'clock. So you done spent 3.5 hours eating a meal. Yes, you spent 3.5 hours eating a meal. You're pissed, you're upset. No, 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 no. Any mistake is on you. Any mistake is on you. So you got to get over the fact that, hey, I'm the idiot here because I knew how long it was going to take. And then it's not like it's a secret. Go to YouTube. It tells you. These people working at a different pace than we work at. We're go, 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 go. That is not how these people work. It's not how they live. Things are laid back for a reason. And if you're not in that laid back mode, you're the only person who's going to get their feelings hurt because everybody else knows this is how it rolls this way. So my whole point to you is that, hey, don't get upset. Don't, take your time. Enjoy your day. Have a drink. Talk to your friends. Enjoy your day. But don't think that you are their day. That's not the case at all. No, you're not their day. They're working. And just remember, they get paid by the hour. If you got paid by the hour, would you rush? Hell no. No. Take your time, enjoy yourself, have a good drink, have a good meal. This is your boy DJ Leon D. I'm out.